Hey everybody, welcome back to Lemon Branch Travels. Today we are in Skagen, Denmark. But how did we get here? This was not planned. Stick around and I'll tell you. Okay, you guys, we are here in the port of Skagen, Denmark. Now, we were scheduled to go somewhere else, but weather has changed the plan for us and we ended up here. So instead of going to Amsterdam, which is where we were supposed to go, we ended up here in Skagen. Now, what's interesting is Disney decided to, instead of just go out to sea and avoid the storm, they actually found another port for us to go to, and they pulled in, and it is an absolutely gorgeous day. Now you can see behind us that this is a very active seaport. There's all kinds of ships and different things going in and out, but honestly, we don't even know what there is to do here. So even the port adventures, there is no port adventures or anything because it was a last minute arrival. So what they've allowed us to do is we're going to get off. There's apparently a little town that we're going to go and explore. We're not sure what it's all about. We don't know if there's shops or if there's just a little town to walk through. One other thing that's kind of interesting is they have sent out several different notifications, and the captain came on and told us what the plan was going to be because it was just too unsafe to go into port in Amsterdam. And so they've sent out these notifications saying that at this port, usually you take your key to the world card as well as your passport, but it said we don't need our passport to get on and off the ship here. Let's go jump off the ship. We're gonna go walk around this town. It looks like a pretty cute little quaint town, so we're up for the adventure. Okay, so I think we found where the city center is and where everyone is. Yeah. This is a pretty happening place. Lots of shops out here. So this is the Grenen Lighthouse. This is Denmark's second tallest lighthouse. So this is Grenen, the northern tip of Denmark. So it took us about a 45-minute walk to get here from the port. So not really bad. Everybody's walking. You can rent bikes, which turns it into more like a 15-minute ride, 15 minutes to get here. But you can also get a taxi if you want to ride a taxi. But the walk is about a 45-minute walk, maybe. Not too bad. Okay, one of the things, the big things to do here in Grenen is it's called the sandworm. So it takes you all the way up the sand to the very northern part. And I'll show you what that looks like. So those right there are the sandworms, and it's these big tractors that pull these little trailers that you can jump in. I don't know how much they are. We'll probably find out. And then they take you up onto the sand. Okay, so we have made it all the way to the northern tip of Denmark, and you can see right there where the point is. And those sandworms take you all the way out to the point. I don't know if you can see clear up there, but there's one of those sandworm tractors, and then there's a bunch of people that are out at the point, and they're actually able to touch their hands to the North Sea and the Baltic Sea. And so you can basically touch two oceans up there. So that's what that looks like. So that's what they're doing up there. Now I'm going to pan around over here because I want you to see what it looks like from where we just came from. So clear over here, you see the lighthouse, and then you see the two ships that are over there. And there's the Disney Fantasy off in the distance there. So that's basically what we're walking. It's around just under 2 miles if you want to walk from the town. So I think from the actual ship it's about 2 miles. As you look out here, you can see all of these different shipping lines and all the different ships that are out there. It's quite amazing. And then this is a little parking lot, and then it's €6 per adults, €3 for children if you want to do the sandworm, and that's where you buy the tickets, just a little vending machine there, and then you can jump on those buses that'll take you all the way out to the point. This right here is a little seal pup, and it says that as well as adults, they like to rest on the beach. They like to enjoy the sun. So we're supposed to give them necessary freedom when we must follow simple rules. Please don't touch them, don't feed them, don't scare them. and make sure you keep a 10-meter distance. They're very important to the seals to keep these rules, especially the young ones. Stress and contact with humans can be fatal to them. All right, so here's the point where the two oceans, the North Sea and the Baltic Sea, meet. And of course it's raining like crazy. So this is the actual point right here. And then if we get wet, we get wet, I guess. So of course we have to touch it, right? Where the two seas meet. Definitely. And then if I turn back, you will see the ships clear off in the distance. And we are getting really wet because it's nice and rainy now, of course. But hopefully if you guys ever have a chance to come here, you'll see how the sandworms just bring you right out here, and then this is the point. So right there, you're looking at the North Sea, and over here is the Baltic. So these bunkers here that are out here at Grenen, these are actually built by the Germans during World War II. There's several all through this area here. It's just how beautiful it is out here on the ocean. So that's where we were, and you can walk along the beach if you don't want to pay the €6, but you can see how far out it is where all those people are. But then there's these little bays here that are really pretty. And then you can see your way back to the ship over there. They've given us till 4:30 today, and we got off the ship at about 10:30. So just a little bit that we've done. We walked through the little bit of a town. We didn't really do too much shopping, just other than storefront walking by, and then we did this 2-mile hike out to Grenen to go see the point there. Now we're just walking our way back to the ship. Okay, so one of the things that is just an absolute must-do here on the Disney Cruise Line is to order this cheese plate. It's called All Hands on Deck, and it's completely complimentary from room service. But along with All Hands on Deck, an absolute must is to get these buffalo wings. Everybody talks about these buffalo wings, and let me tell you, it is incredible. These are some of the best buffalo wings you'll ever taste, and I cannot even imagine that we're on a ship eating them. It's crazy. Okay, so one of my favorite things in all of cruising is at the end of a port day, just standing here on our veranda and watching the ship as it pulls away from port. It is so stunning to see how they can take these huge, magnificent ships and just how graceful they are as they pull away from port. Absolutely awesome and fun to look at. Okay, so we decided to jump up here on the top deck just because it is so stunningly beautiful up here with the sun starting to peek through these clouds a little bit. But it is so beautiful, and because we're up so high, check out how amazing this view is.
Off we go.
And we are just now starting to pull away from port, and so we're heading out to sea. All right, check it out. Here's all the Mickey horns as we're pulling out of port. Okay, you guys, one of the coolest things I think I've ever seen on a Disney cruise, as we're pulling out of port here, all of these local people have shown up to see this ship. And so look at all of the people standing out here on the pier, and what is so sweet is the captain not only has played the Mickey horns all the way through once when we left the actual dock, but as we get out to the point, he is playing all of them again for all these people that are waving goodbye to us.
It is so sweet. It's very, very touching to see how these people really appreciated us coming to port today. So this is the map. And we were parked here in the port, right here. We were parked right here. And so we walked up into the city center, just like this. And then we followed this whole thing all the way out to the point of Grenen. And this is where you see the North Sea and the Baltic Sea meet. And that's where we're at right now. This out here, if you can even see in the sun. Right back there is the land, which it's hard to see because of the sun, but you can kind of see the land just straight out there. This right here is where the North Sea and the Baltic Sea meet. So we are right at that point, which is really kind of cool. It's an absolutely gorgeous evening, but this is where we're at right here. And I don't know if we'll be able to see because I'm literally looking right back at the sun to see where Skagen is. Okay, you guys, I had to film this as we were heading to dinner. Look at what a fun party this is here in the atrium. Okay, tonight well, first of all, we're at Animator's Palette. I'll show that in a second. But this is the chicken walnut salad. Everybody raves about this. It's really supposed to be super good. And so here we are at Animators, and this is the ambiance here. It's a beautiful restaurant. It's a really pretty restaurant. Okay, this is the penne pasta dish. This over here is the tuna steak.
She's on here.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you. And then this is the tenderloin. This is a teriyaki tenderloin on wasabi baked potatoes. And there you have it. This has been such a fun day. Even though we didn't make it to Amsterdam, which we are disappointed, we will definitely have to make that a plan for the future. But since we didn't get to go there, this has been a pretty amazing day. I will say I've got to give it to Disney to scramble at the last minute to be able to put something like this together and at least give us another port of call. So we got to see a bunch of things that we normally wouldn't get to see, and it was just a fun adventure. So yeah, sad that we didn't make it to Amsterdam, but you know what? This almost made up for it because it's just so beautiful here, and being able to see the people waving to us as we left. Thank you guys so much for sticking it out with us. If you did like this, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. On our next video, we are going to be going to our next port of call, which is Copenhagen, and you don't want to miss our time there. So thanks again, and we will see you in Copenhagen.